Hello, my friend. Good morning. Backyard Homesteader here with you, queen of the 5-gallon bucket. I'm just sitting here this morning, drinking my coffee, watching the sunrise right behind the camera. It's really my most favorite time of the day. Today's a little different. We're going to chat just a little bit. I like to call this the garden chat. Here we go. All right, so today my theme is going to be you might be a homesteader if ... So last year, October of last year, my sister and I went to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. It was awesome, absolutely amazing. So many people had not been able to travel, in a long time due to COVID, and they had the biggest turnout they've ever had. There was over 4,000, no, it was closer to 5,000 people that were there, and they were not expecting that many people. But so interesting. And the line, you would not believe the line. Literally the line was at least a mile long. I kid you not. But what was so unique about it was everybody was like-minded. They all had that homesteading mentality, all about community, and it was so different than any other crowd environment I've ever been in my entire life. Period, bar none. But what I wanted to tell you specifically is my sister and I, we just love the idea of being homesteaders and what that all entails. And so we went to a meet and greet with Justin and Rebecca Rhodes, and he asked a question I can't remember about being a homesteader, and I piped up and said I'm a wannabe, and he goes, do you grow food? And I go, yes. He goes, you're a homesteader. So I coined the phrase backyard homesteader. I am homesteading with what I have. You homestead where you're at, wherever that is. And what I want to say is there are so many things that you can do right now that are getting you prepared for being a homesteader, or maybe you'll always be a backyard homesteader. And I have to say that, I'm 60. So I will most likely be a backyard homesteader. Now that doesn't mean we may not get a piece of land, but I'm not going to have a huge garden. I can only handle so much. So for me, I think it's perfect for me to help those who maybe never have land and they just homestead in their backyard. There's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. You're still a homesteader. Maybe you want land. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what you yearn for. If it is, go for it. But you can start getting ready for when that day comes. We oftentimes yearn for things, but we don't get prepared for them. It's like, if you got a piece of land tomorrow, are you ready? Do you know how to do the simplest things? Or would that add a little pressure onto you if you hadn't learned some of those things? So, for instance, preserving your food. Now, in a backyard homestead, we don't grow as much food as others, but you may, when you have your own homestead, you may grow a larger crop of something so that you can then preserve your food from that source for an entire year until the next year when you're able to grow it again. Do you know how to can? Do you have a dehydrator? How about a freeze dryer? Now, all these things take money. Perhaps now's the time for you to start either saving for those things or slowly building up things like that you're going to be able to, not only the skills, but the equipment to do those things in the future. So start in your backyard. Start where you're at. If you live in an apartment and you have a patio, start there. Wherever you are, that's where you need to start. I had all these things written down and I forgot to bring it outside with me. Just start learning how to do some things that you're going to need to do once you do have a homestead. You know, some of you may need to learn some skills of building some things. I would not do that. My husband would build everything. It's just not my thing. I love to sew. I love to crochet. So I'm actually going to be, I have a shop now on backyardhomesteader.com/shop. And I'm going to be making the boho headbands. It's something that I can easily do. It's something that I enjoy to do. I know how to do it. And so I'm going to do it. Things like that. You know, think of things that you really enjoy. And as you garden, you're going to learn what things you really enjoy growing, what things you don't care for, when's the best time to plant them, how to best get the highest yield out. You know, you're going to learn all of these things as a backyard homesteader. And maybe that's just to perfect your little, I don't know, your little piece of land, you know, in your backyard. Maybe that's all you ever have. There's nothing wrong with that. Perfect it. Why not? Now, when it comes to prepping and having food to sustain you for a year, go to a farmer's market, go to a local farmer, go somewhere. Jess just had a episode on this, and she said, go towards the end whenever, if a farmer has some food left, you can get a really good deal to buy whatever they have left over. There's always opportunities if you're looking for them for get food at a lesser cost. And then take that food and preserve it. Either can it or freeze dry it, or, you know, maybe freeze it, dehydrate it, whatever. But learn to prep now, and you can support your own local farmers in doing that. Just make sure you know that they aren't using chemicals on their fruits and vegetables like mine did. The other thing you learn is to live you know, more of a minimalist or simplistic life. That's really part of homesteading. It doesn't mean you can't do whatever your heart's desire is, but you just tend to have that mindset of simplicity and minimalist. And it's all going back to where we all started, right? Which to me is like my heart. It's just who I am and what I'm all about. And so it's awesome. And so I will have an upcoming vlog on minimalist living. I may have a whole series on that. I'm going to have an actual series on homesteading and what that looks like, both in your backyard and perhaps if you venture out. Livestock is one of the things you can be learning about now. I would never have chickens in my backyard. First of all, I'm renting, so I know that that's not part of, you know, the agreement to have chickens. Some of you can have chickens. I don't think most cities won't let you have roosters, but you know, you can just start getting educated on these things, and so that when you first start, at least you have a little background on what's going on. So it's just a matter of getting ready. Get ready. One of the things that I do also, and will be in the shop, is printables. I love to make printables, and so anytime I'm doing something that I need to have a little help in staying organized, I'll make a printable up for myself. And so I have several different ones that help me accomplish my goals and be successful in an organized fashion. That's just, I love that. So I have a freebie that I give away on my website. If you haven't gotten it yet, you need to go get it. I actually printed it out. Hang on. It's a 9-page printable. I made this to help me stay organized in the garden. Now this is a fresh one. This isn't the one that I write on, but you know, you have, this is your week, and so, you know, you can write everything in regarding your garden, or use it personally, however you want to do it. Your top priorities, whatever those are during the week, because this is for your week. What are you grateful for? That says today. It's kind of contradicting now that I think about it. I might need to fix it. Your to-dos and notes. So this is just to be able to kind of do a week at a glance thing. And then here's the thing that I really need, is this fertilizer tracker. Now, let's see. On this one, okay, I give you both fertilizer trackers. I have 2 of them. This is the main one, and this just has the name and when you fertilized, what you fertilized, your week number, your month, and all that. I didn't particularly like this one as much as actually having a calendar where I wrote in here on what date, what I fertilize and when. For me, that works better. Everybody's brain process is a little different, so I prefer that. And then a place for daily notes, and so then I would have, you know, my little garden. I should have brought my planner, my little garden planner, and then I have a place to put some daily notes with it, attachment sheet, right? And then just notes in general. So if you prefer to just have notes, not daily notes, and then a journal. This is your garden journal. And if you don't like the flamingo and you don't like the top, there's a continuation page which is just blank. But this helps you stay organized and not forget the things that, you know, pop in your head, because I know I have to water every morning. It's just too bloody hot here, and I usually start at 6 o'clock in the morning because it's just too hot right now. It's been triple digits for going on 4 weeks now, and I mean, I haven't seen it. You know, they tempted us with one day it being like 99, but then they quickly changed that. And so yeah, it just helps you not forget the certain things that you think about that you want to do or that need to be done in your garden. Listen, here's the thing. If you worry about everything all at the same time, you're going to get overwhelmed, and gardening is not going to be fun for you. It's not about that. You do what you can when you can, and enjoy it when you can. That's it. Don't worry about, oh my gosh, there's a weed in there. You know, I can't do that, and I can't do this. And no, don't stress over it. Just write it down, put it down on paper, and then when you have a minute, then you can knock one of those things out. You know, I have plants that, you know, needed to be deadheaded flowers, and it took me a little bit longer to get to it. But then one day I was able to say, okay, I'm gonna do that right now. And I just went and I did it. It wasn't stressful. I didn't put pressure on myself. Yeah, there's going to be things that need to be done in your garden, just like in life. There's always going to be something that needs to be done. Don't stress over it. Enjoy the garden. It's there to give you joy. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this little vlog this morning. Actually, so today is my 32nd video, but my 31st day of having consecutive of posting something on my channel, my YouTube channel. And I have to tell you that I'm very proud of that. I am having a blast. I love it. I think that, yeah, I was meant to do this. It's a calling of some sort. What exactly, I'm not sure yet, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Do me a favor, if you have enjoyed any of this at all yet, if you wouldn't mind just sharing it with others and tell them, hey, check this one out. Go subscribe for my friend and like her videos and watch them. I need to, honestly, at some point, I need to get what they call monetized. And that's where, you know, when you see little ads that pop up on YouTube, they pay the channel owner a little bit of money if somebody watches it. It takes a lot of people to watch it for it to amount to much, but this whole channel is meant to be a training ground for the young adults that will be at Clifford's house. Teach them the gardening that I'm doing on here. Anything that I'm teaching on here is going to be at Clifford's house. Clifford's house will be a homestead. It will teach them how to be self-sufficient. It will teach them how to grow their own food. It will teach them trade skills. They will learn what their heart's desires are, so they can tap into what their gifts are, and then they can take those gifts and they can support themselves. They can earn money by creating things or doing things or serving others in a certain way, things that are part of who they are. So this channel is very important to help that facility come to fruition, and it's very exciting. And I just want to thank you all for stopping by today and listening. Thank you for being here all this time, listening to me chat. And until next time, peace. Later. Bye now.